play a major role in influencing the policy making. The policy of the government policy making is very, very crucial at this time of the moment, that how we can able to bring together our thought process in decision making of the policy makers of this country, so that at least these, unless we address this, we have already crossed 6 decades after independence, and actually the economic independence also we should take into consideration. The present Prime Minister, he was the man initiated when he was the Minister of Finance in 1991. We have initiated the liberalization of the economy. From that time onwards, we could able to find some growth process in these 2 decades. Now the same gentleman is occupying the highest position, and we are sure Dr. Manmohan Singh could able to put his thoughts into practice in the next few years. He is a great economist, and he was also the former president of this association, economic association. And a galaxy of the people are there. All of, say, many people think that this is confined to a majority of the academicians. It's not the question of academicians. They should also involve in shaping the destinies of the country to the goals that what we have set in for this country to become a superpower. Everybody now thinking of making this country a superpower by 2040. It's a great, a thrilling effect in all of us. But unless we address some of these problems, and the growth rate is also maintained, maybe very difficult. And the other important factor today, we're all going to discuss about this employment. Employment comes along with the growth. If the growth is there, the employment will be there. Now the unemployment is also increasing world over, globally, because of the recession. And also, luckily, India is not that much as affected because we have not that much has developed. And in this process, our country should take care of the employment process along with the growth, so that the ideals of poverty alleviation and literacy could be maintained. I am also sure that, as Anil Thakur was mentioning in the beginning, that this Indian Economic Association is going to have its centenary in 2017, 95 years, another 5 years. I hope I will also participate in that conference, hopefully. And by that time, the association must also think of having a permanent secretariat. The association is having a great potentiality of bringing out its policies. I am sure by 2017 at least it will have a permanent secretariat, and also having a continuous dialogue with the policy makers, so that we can put our thought process and a dialogue will be opened with the policy makers to enable this country also to grow faster, and also we will have a certain amount of pressure we can bring on them, so that what we all thinking is for the betterment of the nation, for the betterment of the employment, for alleviation of the poverty, and to see that country that everybody is employed. That any policy makers, the first they think that employment is the only process that we could avoid poverty, and this has to be taken care. I am sure that Indian Economic Association will also, I wanted to put into the brains of the best brains of India, all of them are here, all the economists here, so that we should not be a passive role, there should also be an active role, so that this role could also bring a part of our contribution in the development of the nation and the countries, whereby the Indian Economic Association can play a vital role. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
And also for presenting a brief account of the achievements of GITAM University.